Come on in, come on in. We're getting ready to do a collective message. Okay. See what the ancestors have to say. 7 of coins falling in my lap. I guess we can leave that energy out. Honestly, a part of me wants to put it back in, but my spirit is telling me to leave it out, so we're gonna leave it out. Of the goodness of God. Of the goodness of God. Let's start with this and see if I even feel like hopping into any other decks. Welcome in, welcome in. So we got the 7 of coins off the bat. I don't know what's or why this is sticking out to me, but it's like a little dirty pig in the background. So we have a return on investments, slow and steady progress, assessments, waiting for results, long-term thinking, making assessments, okay, considering the possibilities, finishing what you started, and reflecting on the choices you've made. So that could be the energy that you're in, collective. Please show me what my human eyes. Because I believe this message. And all negative energies, entities, attachments, or work, hexes, or curses, distortions, message to ourselves, or this collective, or this. And all negative energies, entities, attachments, or work, hexes, or curses, distortions, message to ourselves, or this collective, or this message. I declare and decree that we banish and bind it. And the intentions we return to us immediately and indefinitely. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I don't know why I was being led to blow on this deck, but that's a first. That's a first, for sure. That's a first. Take this off. Most definitely, that's better. That's great. Guess we're doing new things. I mean, obviously, but. So we have Miss Robinson in the reverse, and then we have the 4-6 in the upright. This feels like somebody, and that's what okay. Okay, so that's why I was picking up on this dirty pig energy in the back. I'm gonna speak very lightly to this energy, but it just could have been someone or something trying to stop or put a death. That's just what I keep hearing. Put a death to some sort of union, some sort of partnership, some sort of connection, something that's developing or getting ready to develop. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Okay. So when Ms. Robertson appears, you may be involved in a negative situation that has the potential to become even more unpleasant, unhealthy, or dangerous. Stop it before things go too far, okay? This card is also trying to alert you of the fact that you have an addiction or obsession involving a person, idea, intoxicant, or object, which is ultimately... I guess we're not going to be speaking too lightly to this energy here today. This card may also be trying to alert you of the fact that you have an addiction or obsession involving a person, idea, intoxicant, or object, which will ultimately hurt you more than you could ever imagine. Get help if you need it. If you are engaged in a lifestyle that attracts negativity, unbalanced, or violent people, now is the time to be on high alert. This card may also be a reminder to stop bullying or being abusive to others. Stop being so manipulative. Beware of liars, backbiters, syndicators, frenemies in your midst. This is also a warning against excessive force on worldly things, bad news, pain, suffering, or ugliness. If you receive Miss Robinson, consider the following. Am I feeling trapped? By whom or by what? Not everyone who says they have good intentions mean it. Evil is a point of view. What did I really invite into my life when I said/did that? Don't let your mouth write a check your ass can't cash. Somebody just recently said something very similar to that I heard online. And this is definitely the same energy. It's dirty pig energy. Sorry. But it's coming up like that. Look at the dirty pig in the picture. Somebody wrote a check they ass couldn't cash. And so now it's kind of like, how do I put this? Somebody's feeling trapped due to the fact that they're connected to somebody who, or connected or was connected to someone who they're making terrible choices, okay? Intentionally making terrible choices. And that's what this, am I feeling trapped, and by whom or by what energy is feeling. And it could even be some type of partnership, connection, like these people could have worked together with this Four of Wands energy. Like there's two people here, okay? So this definitely feels like either a friendship, a connection, like a partnership of some kind. Okay, it says a cause for celebration, a special event, relaxation, laying down roots, feeling blessed, harmonious interactions, taking things to the next level, letting your hair down, prosperity, rites of passage, family reunions, freedom, teamwork, making the dream work, something wonderful to look forward to, being good, feeling good about yourself, and dreams coming true. So, okay, so somebody dropped some dead weight recently. Somebody recently dropped dead weight, and this was a person. Okay, this is a person that somebody was connected to. That's most definitely what I'm getting from this. Could have even been, this feels, I'm not feeling too much romance in this. This could have been like a friend or like somebody who you work with. This doesn't really feel like a relationship, if I'm being honest. I'm not saying that it can't be a relationship. Take it how it resonates and leave the rest, obviously. But this just feels a little more platonic. And ever since, feels a little more platonic. And ever since somebody dropped it, okay, their news, their energy surrounding them is kind of like a cause for celebration, letting somebody go. Ancestors, somebody was guided to let somebody go, okay? Because otherwise they would not have seen any growth. Because this ancestors is falling underneath the Seven of Coins. So in order to see growth in your life, in the collective's life, somebody had to be let go. That's what just happened recently. Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. With Nine of Coins, somebody got their ass dropped like a hot potato, okay? Somebody's being and feeling very independent, self-sufficient, abundant. Like somebody's getting the job done, and it's all on their own, okay? Somebody could even be, I'm hearing celibate, so congratulations to you, okay? I've been going on celibacy for quite some time, so you definitely want to celebrate that because you might be doing that for quite some time. Okay. That's definitely a big part of cleansing your aura out. And right under this 4 of Sticks fell the Daughter of Sticks. So somebody definitely let a female coworker, friend, or even ex-lover, whatever this is, baby mom, baby daddy, whatever it is, somebody just got dropped like a hot stick. Okay, and we got the Daughter of Sticks here. Okay, so this little piece of work here. She's hot-tempered, abusive, overly competitive, insecure, loud, boisterous, jealous, a show-off, and a habitual procrastinator. What did I say? Dead weight? What you gonna do with that? That's dead weight. You have to let it go. Somebody just had to let it go. And ever since then, they've been feeling much better, and they were guided to do this by their ancestors, okay? And now you're sitting in the 9 of Pentacles energy, self-sufficient, seeing growth from the investments that you made. So this definitely could have been somebody's friend, the Daughter of Knives. That's how your energy is showing up. Well, feminine energy is showing up, divine feminine energy. This definitely could have been somebody's friend or coworker. Again, I did say this feels very platonic, but even if it wasn't platonic, you could just come off as these characteristics or these traits, okay? So, we have swift delivery of messages and the accomplishment of goals. On the positive side, she is logical, quick-witted, action-oriented, well-informed, direct, philosophical, and always up for a challenge. Okay, so your ancestors put a challenge on you, and you took that up, and you did that. Okay, you did that. You did your big one. Because sometimes people are, I'm going to say most times, most people are very hesitant to let people go, even though they know that they're not. Let people go, even though they know that they're not good for them, and it's because of their emotions. So somebody was able to put their emotions aside and actually listen to their intuition and listen to their spirit guides and their angels and their team in order to make this success happen for themselves. Okay, somebody got out of their own way here. Somebody got out of their own way. So you could have been somebody who's like not overly emotional, but somebody who's like very connecting when it comes to friendships and friends, or just like people that you love and care about, period. So somebody kind of literally got out their own way, because the only thing that was stopping you was yourself. Okay? The only thing that's stopping most of us is ourselves. If it's not yourself, it's typically your environment. If it's not your environment, I mean, it's your mindset. So in total, it's yourself. Either way. And in order to get out of certain environments, you have to change your mindset. So really, it's always self. It always goes back to self. When John Horse appears in a reading, you're being advised to take charge of whatever is going on in your life. This is not the time for self-doubt or weakness of any kind. If you indulge in those emotions for too long, you are certain to lose more than you can imagine. The odds may be tough, but John Horse teaches us that no matter how great the odds are against you, victory is still achievable. When this card comes up, there's simply no other choice of action but to get organized and then charge full steam ahead. However, John Horse is reminding you that even the greatest warriors require support. He is telling you that you may increase your chance of winning by having the right spiritual teachers in your corner. If you receive this, consider the following. Effective leadership requires wise counsel and up-to-date information. Are you following the right leaders or elders at this stage in your journey? So there's the acknowledgement here of you listening to your ancestors for sure. And your intuition. What does lineage mean to you? Do you know yours? Question mark. How do you protect yourself from attack? How do you protect yourself from attack? Get organized and focused or prepare for certain defeat. Does this plan have a solid foundation? Do you have a problem with authority for its own sake? The law is on its way. The system. Stick to your regimen for best results. So somebody needs to stick to their routine, not necessarily your routine, but your regimen. So if you get up and you make sure you cleanse your energy and then you get grounded, or whatever it is your spiritual routine is, you're being asked to keep up with that, okay? If you value comfort over security, things are about to get really uncomfortable. Stop whining and fight. So this is definitely some sort of energetic attack that's going on here. Even if it's not energetic, it's almost everything is energetic. Let's be real. Even when it's like physical, it's still, everything starts in the spirit and it comes down to. So either way, what needs to happen is you have to fight back. I really just had a message just like this, like maybe like, I think the last time I went live. Don't roll over, fight back. For sure, that was the message. Every Indian wants to be the chief. What does your father/father figure have to say about that? Okay, somebody's being asked to kick it up to hyperdrive and keep going. Okay, get organized, get back into your routine, and make it happen. Okay, make it happen, Captain. Father of Baskets here. The father of Basket represents the archetype of the nurturing father and provider. On the positive side, he's kind, generous, diplomatic, tolerant, reliable, resourceful, honest, and wise. So we have a masculine energy entering the chat. Okay. Okay. So we could be okay, so there's a divine masculine and a divine feminine energy here that's kind of mirroring each other, but it's kind of different types of separations. And so a female could have had to release another female, and then a masculine could have had to release a female here. Either way, this female that you guys have released are both coming up in the same manner. Put it like that. And so is your energy, the Nine of Pentacles energy, with your ancestors supporting you, with the Seven of Pentacles energy. Okay? Get into my activations oracle. Yeah, Seven of Baskets. Yeah, you're definitely being asked to get back into your regimen, cleansing, taking your spiritual baths, praying. Whatever you do, you need to make sure you're doing it. Okay, and you need to be doing it consistently. Okay, visionaries, realists, restored clarity, vision quest, having multiple options, people with vivid imaginations, and meditation. Like I said, getting grounded, making sure you're getting organized, keeping up with your spiritual routines, and getting the job done. I'm going to take two more, and then I'm going to hop into my activations deck. Okay, Six of Coins in the reverse. Or Aunt Curl. Okay, so there's something significant about no longer giving to places that are not equally giving back to you. Okay. So it says getting cut off financially, being left without proper guidance, extortion, users, gigolos, gold diggers, pimps, gifts with strings attached, blackmail, con artists, Trojan horses, and show offs. Somebody's definitely got cut off. Somebody's most definitely gotten cut off access from somebody's energy and their finances. We have Aunt Carol here. So it says, when Aunt Carol appears, it's an indication that fate is a factor regarding whatever you're, and this is the Wheel of Fortune card as well, and it's coming up in the upright, especially for this masculine energy, obviously for the both, because this is sort of a mirroring in a way. So when Aunt Carol appears, fate is a factor regarding whatever you're inquiring about. Rack your brain about how, thank you for tapping the screen. Rack your brain about what you or someone else could have done differently if you like, but the truth is that everything turned out exactly how it was supposed to. This can be a very hard pill to swallow in an age when people want to believe their thoughts or choices always dictate outcomes. The existence of a greater plan is not a welcome concept today because it implies vulnerability, which is automatically translated to weakness in the minds of many. Okay? We are used to images of people casually walking away in slow motion from explosions or crashing through windows without a scratch. We then want to be indestructible, unflappable people, but this is not the movies. Or crashing through windows without a scratch. We then want to be indestructible, unflappable people, but this is not the movies. We know in real life those characters most likely died in a raging inferno. The window crasher would have been blinded or people, but this is not the movies. We know in real life those characters most likely died in a raging inferno. The window crasher would have been blinded or cut ribbons. The audience likes that these things didn't occur. They like the implication that characters escaped or were cooler than what fate had planned for them. Aunt Carol teaches us that way of thinking is a fantasy. No one can escape their fate, and incidents are no accidents. She also teaches us to accept the unexpected. This card may also be trying to tell you to understand why things are happening or why they turned out the way they did. You must consider a much bigger picture. So somebody's being asked to look at things from a different perspective, a much wider perspective, a perspective that's less about you, okay? If you receive Aunt Carol, consider the following. Have you thought about turning that unexpected incident into an opportunity? This was fated. Whatever the incident was, the portion between this connection, this partnership, this business partnership, whatever this was, it was fated, okay? When one door closes, another one opens, okay? It says, was it really an accident? Question mark. Your luck is about to change. You don't like change? Question mark. Touch it. It's about to. We're all players in one big chess game. Do you really think it's all about you? So get out of your own way. What did I say? Somebody got out of their own way. And you're still being asked to get out of your own way, just in a different way. By getting organized, keeping up with your regiment, and pushing forward. Okay, not trying to force things, and understanding that fate most definitely plays a factor in your situation. Why were you born? Question mark. Why are you here? Okay, miracles happen every day. Do you respect the cycle of life? Question mark. How do you feel about getting older? So don't try to rush it. Don't try to rush the cycles, because you're just going to drive yourself crazy, because you can't rush cycles. And let's get into, that's all of the tarot we're going to do for today. So the collective is going through separations that are further pushing them into alignment, okay? So the things that you actually want to experience, the things that you want to manifest, the things that you want to create. And this song is stuck in my head. and I will sing of the goodness of God. Somebody's getting downloads, okay? Crown chakra energy about a partnership, a dynamic. Could even be with yourself or this connection that was just left, or also your dynamic between you and spirit, you and the Holy Spirit, you and God, you and your angels, your ancestors. Okay, we have tantric journey here. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and others. So somebody's still understanding that. Synergy. Somebody's getting a very deep understanding of how energy works, how everybody's energy works, including theirs, okay? The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance to the not so obvious, the never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that the new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. So somebody's definitely being this is like feels like an awakening in a sense, like somebody's coming to truly understand their I'm sorry, that just threw me off. Somebody's coming to understand that they don't have to put the way they create or the way they manifest or the way they live their life in a box. So somebody's stepping outside of their box. Okay, remembrance. So somebody's remembering or coming to the remembrance of themselves, their higher self, okay? The spirit within the flesh. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through in a soul, as a soul in a body, providing us the valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So it's like making decisions for yourself and understanding why trusting yourself and your decisions matter, because it's not just coming from your brain, okay? It's definitely coming from a higher level of knowledge, okay? A version of yourself that was here long before what you know it to be. Coherence. Somebody's not understanding some things here, okay? Somebody could not even be understanding the importance of keeping up with their spiritual routines, and it's because weapons will form. But like, I'm sorry, you need to keep up with that. Nobody, you're gonna keep struggling to get things. You're gonna keep struggling to get things done, or struggling to manifest, or struggling to do things when you're always constantly battling and fighting things off in the moment, okay? Things that you most likely already mastered or already going through. So if you don't keep up with your spiritual hygiene, you're going to keep going through lessons that you've already learned. That's the point of keeping up with your spiritual hygiene, to make sure that you don't remain in a loop. That's like literally the best way I know how to like put this. Like, you're going to be in a loop of feeling a certain way or doing things a certain way because you're subconsciously not understanding the importance of cleansing your energy, your aura, and so that you can focus, so that you can maintain these. Spiritual attacks don't exist. They do exist, and they're going to affect you, but not in the way that these people intended for it to affect you. So as long as you're making sure you're doing, that's what's going to be. Somebody's got to really convene with their ancestors and their spirit guides and truly understand the meaning of cleansing your energy, your aura, and just why that is so important, because energy transfers are real, and this is outside of energy attacks, okay? So energy transfers are real. So if you want to remain around somebody who's negative, then you're going to continue to absorb negative energy, and that's something you're going to have to transmute, because you can't create with negative energy. So energy cleansing is important. Somebody just has to understand the importance of it. Like, hey, cosmic flower. The frequency of the cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home. The core from which we pour our magnificence onto the world. It's hard to be in tune with nature when you're not trying to be in tune with nature. Like, you know, like especially when you're using the elements and the energy and nature to help you manifest, because that's kind of how you do it. That's kind of how you remain grounded. But you're gonna have to like do a little bit more research, and maybe you'll understand why. I actually have a book. The link is in my bio. It'll tell you the importance of energy transfers. It'll tell you the importance of cleansing your energy, like energy transfers. It'll tell you the importance of cleansing your energy. Like there's nine chapters, almost 100 pages. I promise you, there's almost 100 pages in there of things for you to truly understand. It would take me more than an hour to sit here and to explain to you every little piece of everything and why it works the way it works and how it works together. And that's why you just need to go get the book if you really want to know. Or there's other places and other sources you can get these things from. You don't have to get them from me, but I'm just telling you, I've written it all down so that it helps you find everything in one place, because most of this energy, most of this information is spread out. So you're gonna have to go from this place to this place to that place to find it, while I just slapped it all together in 9 chapters. It's up to you. Passion. Okay, the frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within the intensity, moving us from chaos to calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. So somebody's being led by their passions when it comes to this tantric journey and understanding energy and how it like works together. When it comes to creations, miracle. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as a part of source, and therefore our belief in anything that is possible. Somebody's gonna have to just get out of this box, because miracles came out like this. So you're gonna have to take yourself out of this box and continue to pray for and look for and search for understanding, and you'll find it. You'll be able to come to the conclusion that you need to come to if you just do the necessary work, okay, and not just think that things are unnecessary, because they are necessary. Divine masculine energy at the bottom of the deck. All of these things are crystals. Consciousness. Yeah, somebody's just gonna have to like really become way more aware of how things work and why they work. Conception. Because otherwise you're not going to be able to like create the seed to even plant it in order for it to grow. Do you get what I'm saying? You can't even create a seed. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focus, awareness, and intention. Okay? You have to be aware and intentional about what you're doing, especially when it comes to working with the divine and co-creating. Okay, that's why there's so much research that goes into things. Like even when people are just reading the Bible, you're going to have to go through when you're reading the Bible, you're going through and you're also going to have to research some of the words that are in there, because the meaning of them is not always the meaning of what it is in this time, or you just don't understand the meaning. Either way, there's research and intentional action that has to be taken. Okay? Consciousness. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. Okay? Somebody has to understand the layers of it in order to bring it to earth. In order to bring this really truly like physical and actualize this thing. Prosperity. Oh shit, it's flying. Okay. This is a side note. We have a karmic here who's really this is a masculine energy. Hold on. Let's use your discernment. Okay? Discernment coming in the reverse. Use your discernment when it pertains to this prosperity. Okay? The frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well-being by allowing inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and the riches of that the universe provides. You know that unlimited bank account that they be talking about God got? That's what we're talking about. That's your prosperity. Okay? So please use your discernment. Somebody wasn't or isn't. Okay? When it comes to like creating this. Because somebody is like this masculine energy that's definitely is fertile. They have the fertility to create whatever this is. But we have to have the understanding and the intention behind it, okay, in order for it to actualize. Okay, another side note. Whole other side note. Somebody is hell bent on trying to like. Okay, I'm picking this up. Oh my God, it's so many down. I'm picking this up in two different ways. This feels like a feminine energy who's hell bent on getting somebody to like be compassionate about them. They're fucking with their crown chakra. They're sending shit to their crown chakra. And then there's also actually a karmic masculine here who is determined. When I say determined to stop some sort of romantic dynamic between two people. Okay, they don't want someone to have compassion, and this is what is being attacked. Somebody's also, it's like two people being attacked via their crown chakra. Allowance. So this is coming up in the struggle position. So somebody's fighting through something for sure. They're working on this. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. So it's like a regular, not a regular, but it's like when you come into a union or a partnership or a friendship with someone else. There's two parts. There's a dance. There's a tango. You can't be in a connection without being in a connection. There's two sides that works to it. Okay. Okay, so my perception is getting ready to change when it pertains to dynamic. And this is what's gonna bring you this joy, because right now somebody's sacral chakra is out of alignment. Okay, or this could be just what is being attacked. The frequency of sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Okay? So it says the frequency of delight, which is joy and happiness, supports our capacity to create the experience, feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we can invoke in others. And somebody's struggling to feel and invoke the delight in themselves, so it's hard for them to create this thing, because you need high vibration, you need positive energies to do this, and it's because you need to change your perception. Okay, your perspective. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone. So what I say, we're getting out of this box, or you're being led out of this box. Okay, beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real, to take a good and hard deep look at it. So again, somebody's being able to shift their perspective when it comes to how, when, what, where you do when you create. Okay, the frequency of dynamics supports The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of different elements, both familiar and completely new. And that's this dance that is going on between you and the universe. It doesn't feel like resistance, but it feels like somebody's needing a little assistance in understanding. Okay, and that's what this is. Completely new with ease, grace, and great joy. That was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. Is there anything else here? No, I think that's it. Okay, what do I want to do? Let's get some zodiac signs, and then we'll get some ancestor messages, and I can close out with affirmations. Oh, I just of the goodness of God. We have Gemini and Pisces energy here. Mercury. So, there's something about this Gemini going through. Okay, so there could be a Gemini here being exposed because Mercury retrograde is active, right? With this Sun energy and this Gemini energy. And this could be okay, whatever. By a Pisces. Okay, Pluto in the reverse. So something about I gotta get my what's up with everything flying? Of the goodness of God. So Pluto energy, transformation, power, death and rebirth in the reverse. So it's given somebody's a hater. Let's just be real. Somebody's a hard ass hater. And the reason they can't come through or get through, or they're not getting through this death and reverse process, is because you're a hater. I mean, somebody's more focused on your life than they are their own. Let's just be honest. You can't help yourself when you're not helping yourself. Taurus in the reverse. Okay. Mars in the reverse. Actions, passions, drive, aggression in the reverse. You can't help yourself when you're not helping yourself. Sun, this is also being exposed. There's two people here who are being exposed. There's a Taurus, there's a low vibrational Taurus, and then there is a low vibrational Gemini. Not taking action in their own life, and they're upset. I don't know why they're taking this out on you, or let's see what Spirit wants to reveal about this. Fire, they're angry. Somebody's upset. They're pissed off that they're being exposed. Exposed for being a hater. I mean, if you don't be a hater, you can't be mad about being exposed for being a hater. All of this shit dumb to me, if we're being honest. Like, I get spirits wanting to expose this because this is something that needs to come to the light. Because people are doing this shit in the shadows. Hello, Gemini energy came right back out with the time. So people are doing shit in the dark, but thinking that people don't see. And it's not that people don't see. It's more like the collective doesn't care. And you being upset still does not make us care. I don't... What are we talking about here? Somebody's mad because they're a hater and they got caught being a hater. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius is also upset. You got a Sagittarius that's upset, or somebody who's just passionate, very passionate about exposing these energies. So somebody could be a Sagittarius exposing these energies. So somebody could be a Sagittarius very, very passionate about exposing these energies. Let's see. Sag. Okay, so that's falling under Jupiter. Expansion, growth, and luck. So Sagittarius energy. Oh, that's what's upsetting somebody. Your passions, your growth, your expansion, Cancer in the reverse. Child, it's a group of people at this point. When it's 3 or more, it's Libra at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. Why is everybody coming out in the reverse? It's giving hater energy. That don't make no damn sense. The only person that came up in the upright was this Sagittarius energy. And the sun. Okay? And the upsetness, the fire, the aggression, like the exposure. That's the only thing that's coming up right, not your energy. And that's pretty fucking sad. Venus is at the bottom of the deck, and I didn't even say nothing, but it came out. So we have Venus here, Venus energy here, and that is love, beauty, harmony, relationships, and values. So again, all things that are going very well for you right now, it's pissing people off. Okay, your life, you doing good in life, it's just pissing people off. I mean, that's the moral of the story, because I mean, the only reason this would upset somebody is if you were a hater. Let's just be honest. Why does somebody else doing good in life upset you? Okay, Pisces. We have a Pisces. We even have a distorted. We have a low vibrational Pisces in this motherfucker. That's nasty work. That's nasty work. It's a whole group of people, y'all. Jupiter here. Let's see. Expansion, growth, luck. That falls under Sagittarius energy. Again, there's a bunch of people upset that you're doing great in life. And that's a miserable way to live, if we're going to be honest. Why is somebody paying this? And then the energy is coming up like Pluto in the reverse. So none of these people are applying what you're applying to your life. But then they're sitting back upset that you're applying what you're applying to your life. Which is, let's run back Pluto, transformation, power, death and rebirth. So if you're not doing any of that with your life, how can you be upset that somebody else is? Bitch, there's a Virgo in the mix that's big mad. I mean, upset. Or somebody could just also be passionate as well. There could also be a Virgo that's passionate and upset. Scorpio energy. There's something about a Scorpio that's also being exposed. Y'all, somebody could have been using water spirits. I don't even know nothing about no damn water spirits. But somebody was using water spirits or fire spirits, okay? Elements like that. And that's why, son. Yeah, I just recently found out about those water and fire spirits that people, I guess, give offerings to, baby. I don't know. I knew about Oshun, but honey, I don't know nothing about that. So somebody's doing some weird shit, some very weird shit, if we're gonna be honest. Also, there could be a Scorpio that's exposing a few people. Could be this Gemini and this Cancer. Okay. Libra in the reverse. Somebody is... It could be a Libra here. Let's see. Libra energy. So much shit on this paper. Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Libra. Okay, so that also falls with this Venus energy, but this is love, beauty, harmony, and relationships. So somebody is upset about their relationships with this fire energy, or they're being aggressive with people. Venus. Yeah, I'm trying to get a real good understanding of what the hell is going on around here. We got a Leo energy here, falling underneath that sun energy. So somebody's also exposing or being exposed, a Leo here. It feels like this Leo is doing the exposing. I'm gonna get the hell out of this because this just feels like a web of people that are upset with each other, and it's because they all were once at some point on the same team. So it's like, honestly, none of these people are doing the right, or were doing the right thing, but now some people are doing the right thing because they're upset with these people. And it's not they're doing the right thing for the right reasons. You get what I'm saying? They're doing this because they're upset. They're upset. Somebody's upset about partnerships and relationships. Somebody's upset that you're growing, expanding, and taking the necessary actions, that you're transforming, that you're showing up powerful, that you're going through death and rebirth and coming back even stronger. This is not for any of the right reasons. Any of the right reasons. This just feels like people are falling on their own swords. That's what this feels like. Moon in the reverse. Like, there's no more illusions that can be had, and this is what's causing this trickle effect of people just snitching on each other, I guess. Yep, emotions, intuition, instincts, and subconscious. Now people want to follow their emotions and listen to their intuition. And when it comes to this Jupiter energy, this expansion, growth, luck, abundance, wisdom, higher learning, this is just a lot of fucking mess. Mars again at the bottom of the deck. And this is action, passion, drive, aggression. So people are taking actions. We have a Capricorn here. Okay. That's rules, disciplines, responsibilities, structure. So somebody's taking action. A Capricorn here taking action when it comes to their responsibility, their structure, the rules, the discipline that they have with themselves. Earth energy in the reverse with the Saturn. So Saturn is that's Saturn, and then we have, where's Mars? Because I just read Mars. Oh, okay. Mars is action, passion, drive, and aggression. And Saturn is rules, discipline, responsibility, and structure. Give me 1 second. What's wrong? So let's see what the hell is going on. Somebody trusts you. Says, I trust you. We got 444 energy here. So much things to say. So this is just a group of people that had so many things to say about you, child. Something about the other side of the world, a cold case, and gentle strength. Okay? So you showing gentle strength could have solved some sort of cold case all the way on the other side of the world. Child. With the energy that trusts you for some odd reason. Somebody's well aware. Okay? It's not necessarily odd, but somebody's well aware of something, okay? Privacy is key. So somebody could be well aware that keeping things private for themselves is the key to them succeeding or getting exactly what they want to manifest, to come through. Okay, restored. Something is being restored. Okay, protective. Somebody's protective. 333 energy here. There's somebody who you're in sync with. That was that mirroring energy that I picked up earlier. Keeping everything private. So you and somebody else could be keeping things private. Union is significant. And then we have 222 energy here. Something about the spring or the fall time. And it says your intuition is spot on. So there's something about a union or a connection. Your intuition is spot on about this, okay? Somebody doesn't blame you. Says, I don't blame you minding your business. So somebody can see that you're minding your business. So it's like, how can they blame you? How? So we have run me that. So somebody's going to have to run you something. Or just give you something if you don't speak that lingo. Kiss my whole ass. Yeah, so these whole group of people can kiss your whole ass, okay? Because this is a major backfire, okay? From your ancestors, northern lights, spirits of the ancestors dancing in the sky, connection between the earthly and celestial realms, okay? Tough love, okay? Somebody's ancestors may even be participating in this backfire because they're teaching somebody in their bloodline a lesson, okay? Tough love. Somebody's getting tough love from their own ancestors, okay? Trust that you have all that you need, okay? You are precious to them. And that's not your problem, okay? He says, that's not my problem. Mind your business. Minding your business. Okay. Something about helping one another accomplish something. Progress. Okay. Somebody couldn't get you to fold. Okay, so somebody wanted you to fold. It was for the best, okay? free spirited energy. So they wanted a free spirited energy here to fold, okay? But instead, your spirit team is asking you to take your time, not to rush, okay, to keep going, okay, choosing your path from the heart. So don't rush making a decision for yourself. You are wealthy. So spirit is letting you know you are wealthy. They do not care how much money is in your bank account. Okay, you are worthy. Okay, worship and praise. Okay, spirit is also asking you to get in your worship and praise bag. Okay, to give God thanks in advance. Dragonflies can be significant. Okay, you could be seeing dragonflies and you're on point. Okay, that intuitive feeling that you're having, you're on point. Something is about to be public. Okay, something is about to happen in the public eye. Somebody's very protective of you. Like, I don't know who this is, helping one another, and oh well, it's just kind of like it is what it is. Run me that. I don't blame you. All of your kindness was taken for weakness. Okay, moving in silence. We have some people here who are moving in silence. You're the first in your bloodline. Okay, so Spirit's asking you to move in silence. Relearning to trust yourself and your choices. Okay, a wayfinder. So they're asking you to find a way, make a way out of no way. They're helping you. Okay. Far from crazy, okay? You're moving in alignment. You are moving in alignment. If you feel crazy, you're far from crazy, okay? This is one of them days. So somebody could just be having one of those days, and that's okay, okay? Oh well. Moving in alignment to spirit, okay? Activations are happening. Because you refuse to bend to man's will, okay? Somebody's letting you know that you speak life over them, okay? And you inspire them. You inspire me. Something about uniting, okay? The root of the problem. Moving in silence. We got 1, 2, 3 energy here. You could even see in 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 4, 4, 4, as well as 2, 2, 2. Okay, it was God's plan to show you who the liar was. Beauty, wayfinder. Again, far from crazy. We're just letting you know you are far from crazy. It says, can't keep up with your growth. I was gonna say can't keep up with your spiritual growth. So somebody might can't keep up with your spiritual growth, and that's just too bad. Okay, it's not a competition. So some cycle has been closed out as well. It's not a competition, so that should never even be on anybody's mind to be trying to keep up with you and your spiritual growth. And that's what this group of people is upset about, with this Pluto energy being in the reverse. The fact that you're getting the job done and they're too busy watching you get the job done, so they're not getting the fucking job done for themselves. Observing. They're too busy watching you to get their own shit together. And they're well aware of that. Okay? Now they around here fucking face balled up like a booty hole. They around this bitch bad as hell. But it's like, how can you be upset when you're not doing anything with your life? Bamboo. You're not even building no type of strong foundation for yourself, and you're upset that somebody already has or is. 1, 2, 3, 4 energy. A woman of color. Something about life insurance, and there's no more second chances. The end, 0 second chances. Is over with. You are now in touch with yourself, your spirit. Okay, there's no getting over on you. It's getting ready to be a growth in resources. Somebody does not want that for you. Okay, and it's again this I don't blame you energy, and somebody who's no longer seeking approval. You had a way out. Okay, so spirit is letting somebody know you had a way out. And spirit could be talking to you, saying you had a way out and you took that way out. While other people wanted to sit around and just see how much fucked up shit they can do before they actually try to get out. And now it's like, it's too late. You can't sit there and wait till the end of the goddamn trial to be like, all right, I plead guilty. Yes, please. You're already been found guilty. Progress. I trust you. There's something about a white female here. Cycle has been closed out. Okay? Growth potential. So somebody has moved that. Ooh. That cycle has been closed, okay? Somebody gonna have to run you that. Accomplished. That's so funny. This feels like healing a broken heart. A heart of gold, okay? A pure heart. That's funny. Spirit is funny. You got the last laugh though. Since motherfuckers want to cackle and laugh, I mean, it was a joke. So, Spirit said, how about this? I get her the last laugh. Somebody didn't question it. Okay? You are more than enough. The Spirit is letting you know that. Cycle is hella closed. It won't even move from the front. 333 energy coming back up again. What did I say? The cycle closed. It's over, bitch. It ain't no more. There's no more doing anything. Run me that. Y'all, if this is a person, that's funny. That's fucking funny. I'm telling you. And I know it is. That's the funniest part about it. You are not the problem here. You're in alignment, okay? It says, not judging a book by its cover. Well aware. Okay. That was hilarious. Just get some answers. You know, Spirit always know how to give me a good little cackle. Because obviously I don't take people serious who do shit like this. But it's funny. And so now they telling me all of this. I mean, telling collective all of this. And it's hilarious too. Because the logic does not make sense. None of the logic behind these people being upset, none of the logic behind the actions that they took made any sense. It's just hilarious. It is. Because people make such drastic decisions with their life and they don't truly think about the repercussions of their actions, okay? They don't really think about how bad shit can really be. And it just is what it is. Shift your perception, okay? You're being asked to shift your perception. Okay, release the old and rest. Somebody's being asked to get some rest and release. Okay? Definitely some shadow work. See your seeds grow. Springtime. Yeah, you just kind of have to laugh at energies like this. It's not necessarily funny that people are going through bad things in their life, but it's more so funny at the mindset. The mindset is what's funny, okay? Not these people going through bad things, because we all have to go through things in our life, honestly. But these are lessons that some people wouldn't even have had to learn in this manner had they not taken the actions that they took. So yeah, it's kind of funny when you think you know better than God. That's hilarious to me. That's fucking funny to me. When you think you know better than the Most High and the Holy Spirit, that's hilarious. So you be seeing white feathers or little feathers, okay? You are not alone. That Spirit letting you know. That's another, like you know, how we see angel numbers and things. That Spirit communicating with you, letting you know you're not alone. You be seeing feathers. You have an elder here. It says move beyond ancestral patterns. So there's something you're doing, saying, feeling, a way that you're acting that pertains to the way. It's something that they used to do, okay? And you're being asked to not do that. You're being asked to be better than they were, okay? See beyond the current situation. Just because someone is an elder or a passed over loved one does not mean they want you to walk in the same exact steps that they did. They want you to be better than them. It's like a parent when they have a child. You don't want your child to be you. You want them to be better than who you were. Okay? Make better choices than you did. Well, some people, parents don't, but I just feel like that's the right thing to do, because you're not going to be here forever. So not wanting your child to be better than you is dumb, because you're not going to be here forever. The fuck? You can't do it. They got to. Track down your fears and desires. So there's some fears and desires that are being suppressed right now that you're being asked to push through and actually identify. Okay. that you can take action on it. Every time I get in this zodiac sign deck, it gets messy. It's not funny. It's messy because I laugh at shit like that. So, I mean, if I was one of those people who got upset, then it would be exactly what people want. But it's messy because I'm just laughing at people. I guess. Stay rooted and grounded. You're being asked to stay rooted and stay grounded. Okay? You're being asked to go outside and ground yourself in nature. Become one. Stand firm in who you are. Okay, stag energy. Trust and thrive. So somebody's not trusting and thriving, it's because you're not grounded. So you're being asked to do that so that you can trust and thrive. And also, I keep hearing you need to cleanse. Cleanse. And keep cleansing. And stay cleansing. Don't stop cleansing. Please. Pretty please. Hollow, sage, whatever you want to do, baby. Do it. Be graceful in movement and action. That's how you create grace and ease. Not by thinking you goddamn... What the man name is off of Mortal Kombat? Finish him. Whatever his name is. Him. You can't be like him all day, every day. That shit gets tiring. Just do your cleanses and let that shit be what it is. You don't always have to finish him. Let go of the need to be right, okay? Let go of your need to be right all the time, because then you're not leaning on your own. Then you're not leaning on God's understanding. You're leaning on your own, and that's where you make the mistake. So let go of the trying to be right. Try and be in alignment before you try to be right. Do that. That's the best thing to do. What the fuck? Water guardian, connect to your emotions. You're being asked to connect to your emotions at this time. Y'all, what the fuck is going on around here? Thank you for the heart meat. Thank you for the heart meat. Girl, I finally saw the light, walked into it, and so much happier. Aw, love that. Love that. Happier. Aw, love that. Love that. That's what happens when you get in tune, when you connect your emotions, when you become one with spirits. You just feel so much better. Okay? And when you don't, you know where to go to start feeling better again. Again, it don't always have to enjoy growth and reap your rewards. It don't always have to fall back down to the things that I do, like hollow, sage, crystals. You can pray, and that's cleansing your energy. That's cleansing your aura. Okay, that's making room for the light. That's making room for Holy Spirit. Those are all things of divinity, all of the light. Those things purify. Those things cleanse. Holy Spirit cleanses. Okay. And I do both, so technically you never really know what's working best. And so you tell me if you just want to do one, but I do both. Pray and I cleanse and I do all of that. I'm just not leaving chance. I'm not leaving space for a weirdo. Just put it like that. Be graceful in movement and action. So let me get some affirmations. We have joy and spontaneity with vitality at the bottom. So to enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter, and I can put it on anything, and it'll make it way better. Today, I will add joy to everything. Really slather it on. So we add joy to everything today. I had to grab my card so I can practice shuffling. Okay, period. And as you should, okay, spontaneity. Do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexpected, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hour hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible. Teach you that long-life friendships are something lurking just around a karaoke singer's mullet. So somebody could be getting ready or be in alignment to a lifelong friend, okay, a lifelong partner. We have positive thinking, nature, that's that getting grounded energy, and engagement. Look at that. Okay. In the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful. If I want, and I take a lawnmower to the jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener. So somebody's getting the hang of, they're flying. No need to do. Okay, somebody's getting the hang of keeping a positive mindset, knowing when you're just having negative thoughts of thinking, and also when you're actually having productive thoughts that can help you. Okay. It says no need to do. I'm exactly where I need to be, exactly when I need to be. There's nothing more I need to do. I mean, yes, there will always be laundry and taxes, but in terms of my life's path, I don't need to do anything because I'm already here. Get it? Alignment. I take a deep breath, relax, and trust, okay? And then do the laundry. Because obviously we have to have practicality to this, okay? It's time to unleash your inner hippie and step outside of that man-made box. Take a walk in the woods, smell those flowers, hug the trees. You might think you're being ironic, like, look at me, I'm being all tree huggy and stuff. But you'll find that even those trees will hug you back. Trees come from a time before irony and earnestness. Earnestness is impervious to our jaded humor. If that doesn't make you want to hug them, even more will I guess you're a robot. Okay, engagement. Today I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs and maybe walk around barefoot for a while. If I'm not inside at 7-Eleven, at the very least I'll have a slightly more interesting than average, and at the most I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. Again, this is the energy of somebody definitely being in alignment to having a lifelong friend. So somebody is ancestors, spirit guides, angels, Holy Spirit are asking you to be more open to people and things, okay? Not putting yourself in that box, adding joy to your day, not feeling like you have to overdo it to be in alignment, okay? Just truly being who you are. Is there anything else? These are gonna be my last three, because why they keep coming out in chunks, I don't know. Trust. So somebody's learning to trust, okay? I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live in trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. So somebody's living and trusting in God, okay? And they're doing it in confidence, okay? Peacefulness. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so we can all keep enjoying it and I can get my security deposit back. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can. And when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself because if I'm not, I'm going to make myself, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If I'm not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? So somebody's understanding that you're not perfect, okay? And you don't have to be perfect. To be in alignment, you have to be continuously growing, continuously communing with God. You have to continuously be in a place where you are an open vessel for the Spirit to work through. So somebody's loving themselves for exactly who they are, finding peace in that, also learning to be more open and spontaneous, having joy in their life, also doing a pretty good job with keeping away negative thoughts, doubts, and fears and things like that, okay? And also, somebody's getting ready to have a lifelong friend. You're going to bump into this person. That's really what this feels like, okay? I'm Into the Lights here, Jay, and this is a safe space for you to heal. I hope that you have... You're going to bump into this person. That's really what this feels like, okay? I'm Into the Lights here, Jay, and this is a safe space for you to heal. I hope that you have a wonderful day. And even if you cannot like, share, or comment on this message today, I'm glad that you are here to take this message in. I always ask that you take this message back to prayer before you actually incorporate this into your life. Okay, so I hope you beautiful, wonderful people have an amazing day. Bye.